Okay, imagine this. A young couple, both 30 years old, bought health insurance right after their wedding. They disclosed everything they could remember. But they forgot to mention that 5 years ago, one of them had a mild seasonal allergy for a few months. Fast forward 4 years, one of them needs a big surgery, a big claim. Now, normally you think, oh no, the insurer is going to dig into their old reports, find that untreated allergy history, and reject the claim. But surprise, the insurer honored the claim fully, no arguments, no blame games. And the reason behind it? A little known but very powerful rule called the Moratorium Period. Hi folks, I'm Shank and you're watching Ditto Insurance. And today, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about Moratorium Period, why it matters, how it works, and how it can literally save you during your claim time. And hey, if you ever feel overwhelmed by insurers' fine print, or you just want to get a human being to explain your options without any spam, book a free call with Ditto. The link's in the description. Alright, let's now get into it. First up, what is moratorium period in health insurance? The moratorium period is a special protection built into your health insurance policy. It says once you've completed 5 continuous years with a policy, your insurer cannot deny any future claims just because of non-disclosure or misrepresentation of medical facts at the time of buying, unless it's proven that you committed a fraud. Meaning, after 5 years, your insurer cannot pull out old forgotten illnesses, minor non-disclosures, or missed surgeries to reject your claims. It's like a full forgiveness shield, protecting honest policyholders who may have made genuine mistakes when signing up. Now, what counts as a fraud though? Fraud includes acts like saying something is true when you know it's not, hiding facts you knew were important, any act meant to deceive the insurer, or anything the law clearly defines as fraudulent. But here's the good news. The insurer cannot reject your claim or cancel your benefits on grounds of fraud if you can prove that you genuinely believe the information you gave was true, there was no intention to hide or mislead, and the insurer already knew or should have known the facts that you didn't disclose. The onus or the burden of proving fraud lies with the insurer then. That means it's the insurance company's responsibility to show with evidence that the policyholder or claimant deliberately gave false information or hid important facts with the intent to deceive them. This is also backed by IRDAI guidelines and various judicial rulings in India. Insurers cannot arbitrarily reject claims by simply alleging fraud. They must provide clear proof that misstatement or omission was intentional and it directly influenced the insurer's decision to issue the policy or pay the claim. If the policyholder can demonstrate that the mistake was genuine and made in good faith and there was no intent to cheat, then it does not amount to fraud and the claim cannot be denied on that basis. Now, how long does the moratorium period last? Simple answer. Once you cross 5 continuous years with your insurer, the moratorium period kicks in and protects you for the entire lifetime of that policy. You don't have to apply for it, you don't have to pay extra for it, it happens automatically. The moratorium period was initially set at 8 years under IRDAI's 2020 guideline. However, in a significant move to enhance consumer protection and simplify claims, the IRDAI reduced the moratorium period to 5 years in its revised Master Circular issued in 2024 of April. Now, you might be thinking, isn't this the same as the waiting period? Well, nope. Here's the difference. Waiting periods are conditions that limit specific types of claims for a fixed time, like you can't claim for cataract surgery or knee replacements for 2 years, or you have to wait 3 years for pre-existing disease cover. Moratorium period, on the other hand, has nothing to do with the specific illnesses or treatment types. It is purely about protecting you from claim rejections because of missed disclosures after 5 years. You could still have a waiting period for knee surgery even after moratorium kicks in if your policy says so. But your insurer cannot deny a genuine hospitalization claim just because you forgot to mention mild asthma from 10 years ago. Under the latest IRDAI's guidelines, policyholders can now carry forward their moratorium period benefits not just when migrating to another policy within the same insurer, but also when porting to a completely different insurer. That means if you have completed, say, 3 years under your current policy and decide to port or migrate, that credit doesn't go to waste. The remaining 2 years to complete the 5-year moratorium can continue from where you left off as long as the porting or migration is done seamlessly and without a break. This is a big win for long-term policyholders, as earlier porting or switching policies would reset the moratorium period. Now, your past coverage tenure, claim-free years, waiting period credits, and moratorium progress all move with you. Still, at Ditto, we always say don't casually port your policy for small premium savings or minor features. Sometimes staying put is the smarter and safer play. And hey, if you're wondering whether you should port or stay, just book a free call with us. We'll guide you properly based on your specific situation. The link's in the description. Now, let's take a step back and ask, why do we need moratorium period in health insurance? Because let's face it, when you buy insurance, you're filling forms, answering medical questions, trying to remember every tiny doctor visit you've ever had. It's super easy to miss small details without any bad intention. The moratorium period acknowledges that. It builds a fairness clause into your contract. It says if you paid premiums diligently, stuck with your insurer, and being honest, after 5 years, your insurer should stop harping on your old paperwork. It levels the playing field and it builds real long-term trust. And of course, there are huge benefits of moratorium period. First, peace of mind. You're not spending years worrying whether some old surgery you forgot about will bite you later. Second, stronger claim certainty. Once you cross 5 years, your insurer's ability to challenge claims reduces significantly. Third, you build stronger continuity benefits. Policies with long, unbroken tenures naturally become stronger because of the moratorium, meaning you should ideally nurture your policy like an asset and not keep hopping around every few years. But as with all things insurance, there are also common myths about moratorium period. Myth number 1, oh, I can hide my illnesses and be safe after 5 years. Absolutely wrong. If you knowingly hide a major illness, that's clear fraud, and fraud claims can be rejected even after 10 years. Myth 2, moratorium covers everything, even waiting periods. Wrong again. Waiting periods for diseases are separate and operate differently. Myth 3, if I forgot to renew, I still get moratorium benefits. Nope. If you miss your renewal grace period and your policy lapses, your moratorium is gone. You have to start again from scratch. Now, for anyone wondering, how do I manage the moratorium period effectively? It's actually simple. Listen, first, buy the right policy with full honesty and complete disclosure to the best of your knowledge. Second, renew on time every time. Set reminders if you have to. Third, if your insurer offers you upgrades, opting for higher sum insured or adding super top-ups can be smart moves, but keep in mind any increase in coverage may come with its own fresh moratorium period that applies to the enhanced amount. And please, think carefully before porting. If you really need to port, do it with the right advice, not just for the random discounts. And this brings me to the next important thing. Why choose Ditto for navigating the moratorium period in health insurance? Because we actually explain this stuff to you, not after the claim, but before you even buy the policy. We make sure you disclose everything properly, help you pick policies that match your health history, and guide you on how to maintain continuity the smart way. We're not here to sell you shiny plans. We're here to protect your future. And again, our services are completely free. Book a free call. The link's in the description. So finally, what's the conclusion? The Moratorium Clause is one of the best consumer protection in health insurance today, but it only works if you understand it and manage it carefully. It rewards you for honesty, patience, and good financial discipline. 5 years might seem like a long time, but in the grand scheme of life, it's nothing compared to the security and peace of mind you earn. Protect your policy, protect your future. And if you ever need a guide on this journey, Ditto's always here. Thanks for tuning in, folks. And if you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe to our channel, and share this with anyone who has a health policy or is thinking about getting one. Because trust me, knowing about moratorium can make all the difference between claim being paid and claim being rejected. See you in the next one. Until then, happy insurance hunting.